Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we've got one more game here in San Diego before we go back home and host the Marlins again. We have won the first two games of this series. Yesterday was a 2-run win. A game before that was a 3-run, so they were both safe situations. Alright, looks like the same lineup that we have been seeing out of the Padres. Who it does look like they will remain in 5th place even if we do complete this sweep. Had a little bit of a cushion over the Rockies, who are doing better here than they are in real life, but still in last place. Shields on the mound. I do wonder... This is the same Shields we used to see, I think it probably is, in Milwaukee quite a bit. Kester to lead things off. And first pitch to open the game is a fastball for strike one. Another fastball gets a swing and a miss. Sorry, that was a changeup. There's a pop-up. Shields is going to come in and grab it over by the first baseline. One away. Marvin to the plate. He will bat right-handed. First pitch is called a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Ground ball to second. And that will be the second out of the inning. Chief to the plate then. First pitch, down and away. There's a called strike, 1-1. Down by Chief's feet, that'll make it 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Ground ball, that'll get through the middle of the infield, the first base hit of the game. A 2-out single brings Terry to the box. And he will look at strike one. Looks at strike two. And he'll ground that one right to Crab, and that will end the inning. So a hit but no runs. Christian Guzman will lead off for the Padres, as he has all 3 games. Normal lineup in for the Squirrels. Pauly on the mound. Pauly still yet to give up a run this year. Figure that streak has to be coming to an end soon. Well, I guess I don't know for sure that he hasn't given up a run, but he hasn't given up an earned run all year at least. Ground ball to second. That'll be the first out for the Padres. Kevin Kuzman off to the plate. First pitch is called a strike. And this one is ground foul. That pitch a little outside. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Adrian Gonzalez to the plate. Line drive into left. So they also get their first hit with 2 outs in the first. Brings Josh Bard to the plate. Don't think he got a hit yesterday, though he did get the 2-run homer for the Padres in the first game, which is the only 2 runs they scored that day. Pops this one up behind first. Terry gets back to make the catch. So each team with a hit but no runs. We go into the second inning where Frank will lead things off. First pitch to Frank is called a strike. And this is hit foul over by the first base dugout. Slider down and in. That makes it 1-2. Hits this one into left. Garrett jogs over, and he will make the catch. One away. Tom to the plate. And should mention, the final results of All-Star voting were released yesterday, and Tom is officially your starting NL catcher again. He is the only position player, at least to get voted on the team. We'll see if anybody gets added later, but nobody else was in the top 3 in voting, so I doubt it. Probably the whole pitching staff, more or less, will be there. Tom strikes out swinging. That'll bring Zach to the plate. Nobody on base, 2 outs. First pitch is called a strike. Ground ball to third. Kuzminoff over to first, and that will end the top of the second. Still no score. Austin Kearns will lead things off for San Diego in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch from Pauly is out of the zone. And another ball. That is something... If you've got a knuckleballer, he's going to throw more balls than the average pitcher. That pitch is in there for a strike. This pitch is too low. It's 3-1. There's a called strike. That'll make it a full count to start off the inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. One down. Jim Edmonds will bat now. Starts off with a ball too low. There's a called strike. Makes it 1-1. Swing and a miss. Makes it 1-2. Down and in. 2-2. Called strike 3. 2 down. There's Jody Garrett, who did make a play last inning. No, not a particularly difficult one. He will look at strike 1. Ooh, excuse me, that pitch is up and in. And this one runs outside. It's 2-1. Ground ball, that'll... Oh, good diving play by Terry. Oh, and the toss, though, doesn't work out. They're going to charge an error to Pauly on that. So, that'll bring Crabb to the plate. 1-1 count to start off. As they check over on Garrett. This one pulled foul. That'll make it a 1-2 count. Fastball for called strike 3. And that will end the inning. We go to the third. Still no runs. Joey will lead things off for the Squirrels.
Number 20, Joey, shortstop.
Joey puts the first pitch towards the middle, but not a lot on it. Guzman will make the play. One away. Pauly to the plate. Batting 115, that's pretty decent for him. Not excellent, but, you know, right in line to where he usually is, I would say. Grounds this one towards first, but it will be foul. 1-1. Swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Called strike 3. 2 down, Kester to the plate. He popped out back to the pitcher in his first at-bat. Only 2 strikeouts for Shields the first time through the Squirrels' order. This one's going to get through for a base hit up the middle. 1 on with 2 outs. Marvin ground out in his first at-bat. Kester takes off on a hit and run, but fortunately the ball was hit right to Crabb. So, no runs still as we go to the bottom of the third, where Shields will lead things off for San Diego.
Number 0, 89, Great Shields, pitcher.
First pitch is called a strike. Second pitch is a bit low. This one a bit inside. It's 2-1. There's a swing and a miss. 2-2. Oh, just inside. Full count. Pauly goes with the knuckleball and bounces it in. That'll be a walk. So walks the opposing pitcher, brings Christian Guzman to the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 4 strikeouts for Pauly, the first time through the Padres order. Has Guzman at an 0-2 count. Does not chase that one, it's too far outside. This one called a strike for the first out of the inning. Kevin Kuzminoff struck out in his first at-bat. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch swung on and missed. This one hit down the third base line, but it goes foul. Doesn't chase the fastball in the dirt. This one misses inside. It's 2-2. Just outside, we've got another full count. This time Pauly gets a foul ball. We'll try again. Throws in a called strike 3, and it did look like an honest strike. 2 away. Adrian Gonzalez at the plate with the runner still on first, and the first pitch is out of the zone, as is the second pitch. There's a called strike on the outside corner. Another called strike makes it 2-2. Called strike 3. That will end the bottom, or end the third inning rather. We're already in the bottom. So no score as we go into the fourth, where Chief will lead things off for Indianapolis. Chief got a base hit up the middle in his first at-bat. First pitch here was too high. That pitch is down and away. Shields comes back with the pitch pretty much down the middle, and Chief puts it through the left side of the infield for a leadoff single. That'll bring Terry to the plate. He ground out to, I think it was Crab in his first at-bat. Hits this one into the air in center. Edmonds should have it. And he does. Chief goes back to first. 1 on, 1 out. Frank flew out to left in his first at-bat. Starts off with a strike on the outside corner in this at-bat. Hits this one right to Guzman. So 2 away, 1 out. Tom struck out in his first at-bat. Hits this one up the middle. That should get down for a base hit. Runners on first and second with 2 outs for Zach. I don't remember what Zach did in his last at-bat. I don't think he struck out. Has an 0-2 count in this at-bat, though. Hits this one. It's going to be right down the left field line, and I think roll all the way to the wall. Sure does. 1 run is in. Tom's going to stop at third. Runners on second and third, an RBI double to give the Squirrels a 1-0 lead. Joey now in the batter's box, looks at strike 1. And pitches down and out. Ground ball that gets just foul down the first base line. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That ends the top of the fourth inning, but the Squirrels do score a run. The Padres will start off with Josh Bard at the plate. Bard popped out in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at the first pitch here. Another swing and a miss. That'll make it 0-2. Called strike 3. 1 down. Austin Kern struck out in his first at-bat. First pitch is called a strike. The pitch is too high. And pitch outside. It's 2-1. Swing and a miss will make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Jim Edmonds to the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat. First pitch called a strike. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the 10th strikeout of the day already for Pauly. We'll move into the 5th inning, where Pauly will lead things off for the Squirrels, still leading 1-0.
Number 52,
Pauly struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Hits this one towards Crab, who catches it on a short hop and does get it over to first for the first out. Kester 1-for-2 on the day. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one foul over into the seats behind the first base dugout. Makes it 0-2. Hits this one. That'll be fair, and it's going to get through Gonzalez and into right field. Kester going to try to make it into a double, and he will make it there. Just Gonzalez couldn't quite cover the space to the line. Puts a runner into scoring position with 1 out, and Marvin promptly puts a line drive down the left field line. That's going to score another run on an RBI double. Squirrels up 2-0. We'll get a replay on that one. Just a well-placed hit down there. And that will bring Chief to the plate. Still only 1 out. And he looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Fouls this one away. He'll stay alive. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Terry to the plate now. Runner still on second. And he will look at strike 1 on a changeup. Will this get down? It sure will into right field. Marvin on his way to score, and he will make it there. 3-0 Squirrels. Runner on first with 2 outs. Frank has hit the ball fairly well, but unfortunately right 2 people in both at-bats. Has a 1-1 count in this at-bat. And he's behind on a fastball, 1-2. Hits this one high into left. Garrett trying to go back, and he will make the catch. Another good play out there in left. But it's a 3-0 ball game now. Indianapolis leading. Jody Garrett's going to lead off for San Diego, fresh off that nice play on the ball into the left center gap. Garrett reached base on an error in his first at-bat. Pauly couldn't handle the toss from Terry after covering first. Has a 1-1 count to start off this at-bat. This one will be a line drive right to Kester. 1 down. Alex Crabb now struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Shields to the plate. Drew a walk in his first at-bat. Swings and misses. Another swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the 5th inning. We go to the 6th, still 3-0 Squirrels. Tom will lead off things for Indianapolis in the top half of the inning. Tom 1 for 2 on the day. Looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Ground ball to third. Kuzminoff, a bit of a long throw, but he will make it. 1 down. Zach to the plate. Got a double in his last at-bat. Hits this one high into the foul seats. Probably landed in the second deck, though the camera cut off before we actually saw that. Looks at strike 2. Looks at strike 3. 2 down. Joey is 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout so far. And this cutter cuts too far inside. Little bloop towards third. Kuzminoff makes the grab, and we'll go into the bottom of the 6th. Padres back to the top of their order. Still a 3-0 ball game. Well, they're being out-hit 8-1, although there was an error and a walk in there to even up the base runners a little bit. First pitch to Guzman is called a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Little bloop into center field, and that'll drop in for the second Padres hit of the day. 1 on with nobody out. Kuzminoff has struck out in both at-bats today, so he is responsible for 2 of Pauly's 12 strikeouts on the day. Gets a line drive into left on this one, though, and that's going to roll down into the corner. Pauly in a bit of a jam here with 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out, in the heart of the order coming up for the Padres. This might be where the streak comes to an end. Adrian Gonzalez, I do believe, is 1 for 2 on the day. Grounds this one to second. Throw goes home, and he knocks Tom down, but Tom hangs on to the ball. Tough day at the office for Tom, but he got the out. Leaves runners on the corners for Josh Bard. Pops up a bunt. Tom will grab that one. And now Pauly can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Austin Kearns standing in the way. He hits the first pitch. Oh, that gets by Terry. That will be the first earned run that Pauly gives up this season. And it's going to go down as an RBI double. Fairly similar to what just happened to the Padres to score the 3rd run of the game for us. So, Pauly now with an ERA of .1 brings Jim Edmonds to the plate with 2 outs. And he has a 1-1 count. Fouls this one away, makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Pauly, another good day, but disappointing for him that he couldn't keep his scoreless streak going. We go into the 7th. We're going to go ahead and pinch hit for Pauly. Still a 3-1 game. Let's go with Miyake. Be a little pessimistic here. First pitch is a changeup for strike 1. A fastball for strike 2. And this changeup just misses inside. 1-2. Down and away. That'll make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Kester, 2 for 3 on the day. 6 strikeouts for Shields after 3 trips through the Squirrels order. He is starting to wipe his brow. Has Kester with a 2-0 count. Up the middle again. That'll get through for another base hit. Marvin to the plate then. He is 1 for 3. Got a double, an RBI double in his last at-bat. Kester takes off for second, and he is in there. Stolen base for Kester. Not sure how many that is on the year. So now runner in scoring position for Marvin. And he hits this one into right field. That'll get down and score another run. RBI single again. 4-1 Squirrels. And Chief to the plate. He is 2 for 3. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2, and an iffy pitch. This pitch just a bit outside. I probably would have reversed those 2 calls. Into left field, that's going to get down for another hit back to the wall. Marvin on his way to third, and Chief will settle at second. 2 runners in scoring position for Terry after this replay. And that's going to be it for Shields. Greg Maddox is going to come in now. I'm a little surprised he hasn't retired in this game. He had been retired for a few years at this point in reality. Terry 1 for 3 on the day. Looks at a changeup for strike 1. And that curveball stays high. Hits this one right back at Maddox, and it gets through for a base hit. 1 run in, that's all that's going to score on this play. 5-1 Squirrels. Frank at the plate now. He will look at strike 1. Runners on the corner, still only 1 out. Maddox still has not given up an earned run this year either. That one is going to be charged to Shields. Now Shields still responsible for 1 more out there, and actually that run is going to come in and score. 6-1 Squirrels. Now it's all on Maddox. Tom at the plate, still only 1 out. And Tom will swing and miss at a curveball. Hits this one 2 crabs. This is going to be a double play. It will be. So Maddox gets out of the inning without giving up a run of his own, but 3 score on the inning. 6-1 Squirrels. Jody Garrett on the other side. Alright, so that kind of screwed up the double switch. I definitely don't want Miyake to try to catch. So we will go get Nakai, and we're going to put him into Frank's spot. Miyake can play left. And assuming the score holds, we'll have Miyake throw 2 innings. Jody Garrett reached on an error and lined out. First pitch from Nakai is called a strike. Pops this one up right back to Nakai. He's barely on the rubber. 1 down. Alex Crabb has struck out in both at-bats so far today. Or is it Chris Crabb? I thought he said Alex Crabb earlier. Whatever his name is, he ground out to third. Pitcher spot up, and they are going to pinch hit, find Ryan Spilbors. First pitch is called a strike. Second pitch swung on and missed. Into left field. I think that's going to leave the yard. Not by a whole lot, but a 357-foot shot. His 4th of the year. And the Padres showing a little bit of fight. That makes it 6-2. Still not a save situation. But hit about, I don't know, 2 or 3 rows deep out there. So back to the top of the order. Christian Guzman looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Curveball, backdoor curve for strike 3. We'll move into the 8th inning. As just mentioned, Squirrels still ahead 6-2 after the solo homer. Zach will lead things off for the Squirrels in the 8th. Trevor Hoffman's going to come into, looks like, Austin Kern's spot, and Spilbors will stay in the game in right. Although I am a little bit skeptical that the game did that double switch right. So we've just seen fairly recently how that can screw up a game. Hoffman has a changeup hit the dirt. There's a called strike. This is going to go into left field for a base hit. 1 on with nobody out for Joey, who is 0 for 3 today. A couple ground outs and a strikeout. Hits this one through the left side of the infield. 2 on with nobody out, and Miyake will come up for his second at-bat. Struck out in his first at-bat. That first pitch is low. Hits this one again through the left side of the infield. Zach's going to come in to score. Garrett, it seems like, took a weird route to that ball. 7-2 now. Runners on the corners for Kester. Hoffman is still not retired anybody. That slider, a bit wild. And this one actually gets away. Doesn't score a run, but it does move runners onto second and third. 2-0 on Kester, and the first pitch is high. 3-0. There's a called strike. Fouled away. We've got a full count. Nobody out. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. That's the first out of the inning. Marvin will get to hit left-handed here. And he puts the first ball high in the air. That's going to get over Edmonds' head. Bounces into that weird little cutout in center. A 2 RBI double makes it 9-2. Chief at the plate, still only 1 out. First pitch called a strike. This game just falling apart for the Padres. This one another base hit into left. Marvin had to wait for that to get through, so he only makes it to third. And that's going to be it for Hoffman. Glendon Rush is going to come in for the 3rd game in a row. You're going to have to get the controllers. First pitch called a strike. And Rush, already wiping. It came in tired, so I can't imagine this is going to last very long. Terry with a 2-1 count. There's a called strike to make it 2-2. Up the middle, that'll be another base hit and another run scores. 10-2. And they're going to... Oh, I need to get ready to pinch hit. O'Flaherty's going to come in to pitch. Bring the switch to me, too. Eric O'Flaherty. Who are we going to pinch hit here? Let's go with Martinez, and we'll see what happens. All right, Martinez to the plate. Runners on first and second. First pitch called a strike. Fouled away. Sorry, trying to do a couple things at once here. It's 0-2. Ground ball. Guzman goes to second with it. Throw to first. In time. It's a double play. All right, 4 runs in that inning. It's now 10-2. The Padres are going to start off with Kevin Kuzminoff. And we will go with Zap to pitch here. Okay, this will work out okay. Let's have Tom play first. Give him a little break from behind the plate. It's all good. Here. All right, first pitch from Zap is a swing and a miss. So we originally planned Nakai to pitch this inning, but we had too many base hits, so Zap it is. And he has Kuzminoff with an 0-2 count. pop towards first. Tom can't quite make it there. Still 0-2. That's going to be a base hit into left. So a leadoff single will bring Adrian Gonzalez to the plate. He is 1 for 3 today. Swings and misses at the first pitch. And he gets a hit into left. He's going to drop in front of Miyake. Runners on first and second. Josh Bard to the plate. Padres probably trying to avoid getting embarrassed. That's going to be a line drive that Joey catches for the first out of the inning. And as I thought, Spilborghs did not stay in that 9th spot. This should be an automatic out, but we're just going to have to play it out. Already hit a home run in the 9 hole. Has an 0-2 count here. Called strike 3. That's what you get for cheating. 2 down, Jim Edmonds at the plate. 2 on, 2 out. First pitch is a strike. Another called strike makes it 0-2. And this pitch is too low. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the 8th inning. Still 10-2 as we go into the 9th, where Tom will lead things off for the Squirrels. Tom 1 for 4 on the day. Grounds this one to third. Kuzminoff over to first in time. 1 away. Zach 2 for 4 today. Looks at strike 1. This pitch is inside. 1-1. Curveball in the dirt. That'll make it 2-1. That pitch up and in. 3-1. And fouled away. It's 2-2 now, or full count, sorry. My apologies. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Joey to the plate. Got a hit in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Padres need 8 runs to stay alive. And there we'll start off with Jody Garrett at the plate. Garrett 0 for 3, though he did reach base in the first at-bat with the error on Pauly. A 1-1 count to start off this at-bat. Ground ball to first. Tom will boot it, pick it up, and step on the bag. Well, actually, Zapp ended up picking it up for him. So mark that one down 3-1. But not how you would expect. Crab at the plate. Has a 2-0 count. That's going to be hit towards the middle, just out of Kester's range, so it'll get down for a base hit. Pitcher spot up. The Padres will go with Tony Clark. First pitch popped up, but it will make the seats behind home plate. Ground ball. Kester will tag out the runner, throw to first, and that will be your ball game. Probably everybody glad that one's over. It got away from the Padres there late. Final score, Indianapolis Squirrels 10, San Diego Padres 2. Take a look at some highlights. All right, Zach is your player of the game for driving in the first run. Thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we are back home again against the Marlins again, starting tomorrow. We will see you then.